We are in Outer Worlds again. I have not yet figured out how to get a flashlight, so anytime I'm in the dark, I'm gonna be
Mr.
lost.
Vicker. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for
These are
Edgewater?
my current
that
companions
ocean
talking
stink?
to each other.
No, I do not.
They
You're
don't
supposed to say yes and go on
seem to get
explain
along
why.
very well.
I just want to have a conversation.
Of course you do.
I'm the Happy Homemaker. Welcome. We're gonna do some stories today, I think. And this
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
is where we are. Ooh.
Rizzo's Lemon Slap. Slap your whole family tonight.
This world is so crazy to me. I have to go talk to the guy in charge, I guess. Yeah, I've got to figure out my weapons. I have no idea what I'm doing. Not yet. Haven't done enough research. So I need to talk to this guy to disimpound my ship. Or unimpound my ship, I guess. And I need to talk to Gladys, which is the reason we're here, so that we can go to the next place and land, I think, yeah.
Flying the outer systems
Land.
out lately. Deader than a space caterpillar out there.
Traffic's down all over.
I was
Even
gonna
the
say
owners are
honestly,
holding
but
on to
that's the
manufacturing.
wrong word. Okay. Let's see, here we go. So, Udom, which I believe is his name. Udom. Sure. Bedford. Mr. Bedford. Like Bedford Falls. I believe is inside of here, in the Halcyon main area. Let's save. Because
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well,
I
mostly.
think competent is
I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Hey.
Do you have what it...
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne.
Yeah.
And you are not he. Has
I'm-
something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
I love how blunt I'm able to be in this game. Yeah, I'm on a sky boat, I guess. Let's see. Wow, I can be really angry. Okay, yep, truth.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What's your relationship with
He
him?
was my dearest friend. My only friend.
Aw.
You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Absolutely. Yep, he sure did.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
Stupidly. He died in an escape pod accident. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's lie. Sure. I don't see the bonus of either of these, so yeah.
No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
Sure. So, about my ship.
Fine. You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Let's see. I like how some of these sound so... No?
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Why?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Let's see. Is there anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Anything else?
It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work. Be my guest. I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Not creepy in the least, like to mention.
I have few complaints.
Let's see. Has it gotten less stiflingly hot in here lately?
You refer to the radiator issue? Oh, goodness, it was dreadful. I was sweating constantly. Chief Tennyson certainly did take her time resolving it.
Oh, should I just sling it? Should I sling it? Nah. Not yet.
I owe you a debt then. I was going through 3-4 shirts a day. Still, that Tennyson woman.
Nah, she knows what
Deplorable
she's doing.
conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
She did everything she could. It was your people's
Ooh.
fault, not Junlei's.
Good job, Pavardi.
My, aren't you... excitable.
Look at his fancy eyebrows.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day. Let alone my deference.
Ooh.
I'm sorry my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest apologies to you and your friend.
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now that
Yeah,
that's
right.
dealt with, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Let's see.
Good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
I just thought I'd ask.
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no. Oh. You've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course. Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
Indeed.
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care. A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Ooh, Chairman Rockwell.
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile.
So why does he have rooms?
As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use.
That's dumb.
Ask away.
We're leaving. Bye. Yeah, you just wait, Mr. Bedford. Eventually, we'll be back. Wasn't he nice? So, the ship that I'm in, the Unreliable, he apparently would impound it frequently. and it would immediately get unimpounded. That's what I learned from the shipyard guy, attendant. And it seems like he was just impounding it so that the captain would come and visit. Isn't that lovely? Okay. I feel like they've had a very interesting relationship. Let's go find Gladys.
Have you seen
Which she's over here
this man?
on the
Reward
other
offers for
side.
information
There we go.
leading to the capture of noted terrorists
Gladys
in
is supposed to get me
Report any sightings to your local port embassy.
landing permission where we need to go. Hack. Oh, I don't know how that works yet. I don't know if I have to sneak, but it's unlocked. Uh-oh. Let's see if I get in trouble. Let's see. Anyone seen Private Taylor? Haven't seen him in days. And where are we on that toilet clog? If Chief, oh, what's her name? Taught me anything, that is not anything I'm gonna ever be able to say. It's that a crew's morale is proportional to the quality of their outhouse. You take away a crew's plumbing, you take away the privacy, privacy and dignity. So let's get that toilet fixed. JT. Let's see, Groundbreaker meetup. Even though it's been nigh on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the old gang back together. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-range haulers, some of us have gone corporate, some of us are likely dead, and some of us are on Tartarus and not reading this message, but I haven't lost hope. No one responded to my last invite. I hope that means your schedules are full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Stay free, freelancers. Everything sounds so happy here. Hi all. So I just got off ice from a round trip. I just got off ice from a round trip to Dashkova, 2 years out, 2 years back. Imagine my surprise when we de-thawed, yeah, that's what my brain did. And Groundbreaker comes, told us our docking was gonna be delayed. 1 hour turned into 5. Then days went by. In the end, we spent an entire week waiting for a berth on this law-fucked bolt bucket. And because we were kicking our heels at the time, not a one of us got paid. Oh, too bad. I don't know about you, but I got expenses, a family I don't see often enough, debt you won't be leave, and even if I'm not working, I still gotta make my payments. Does that seem proper to you? Man, this world's got some problems. Alright. Ooh, I don't have clearance. Oh. See, watch, I'm gonna get in trouble. I feel it. I feel trouble a-brewing. Sometimes I wonder about what my brain is up to.
I know she's in there, Mfuru.
Who's talking? We're going.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Ooh. So what's the scene about?
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Oh no.
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
Yeah. What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight.
Oh, gosh.
Jesse and I are not
Holy
friends.
crap.
I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here
We're gonna Oh my gosh, when deliveries need to be signed for.
Too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Not receiving visitors.
You say that like it's weird.
Well, I was just wondering.
I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid,
Oh,
that's all.
again with the debts. Ah. So,
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
let's see what we can do.
Hello. Junlei called up from engineering. Said I should let you buy medical supplies from our stores.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, is there something I can help you with?
This thing about Jesse.
If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. Requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
Why? The records say.
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records.
Oh, sure.
If that's what you're implying.
Let's see.
A better selection than you'll find on the promenade deck, and a quality
Everyone's really
commensurate with a
angry.
friend of the station.
It's not anger. Everyone's really tense. Precision spectrum magnification mono lens. Ooh. Some of the things that they sell are just cool. Oh, I can buy... You see how much less money I have now? Because I did some tinkering. And I tinkered up my gun. So it should do a little more damage now. I'm not sure how to do guns yet. I'm learning. Alright. Holy crap. Rest and go. I think that's where they should... He said she was. Rest and go. There's a lot of bureaucracy.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Ooh.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the fall.
How do you do?
Regularly scheduled
And welcome
advertising.
to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
Hi. How is life here?
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief
get it.
Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown.
Ooh. How does the Groundbreaker keep the board at bay?
Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free.
Awesome.
Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one.
Keep hearing about her. I think we're gonna have to figure that out.
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a
Right.
company man, he paid it in spades.
I gotta find him too, I think. I'm looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Got it. Thanks. Okay. He's interesting. Yeah, the faces. It's weird how the faces in this game all look like young faces with age placed on them. Yeah, well, one of the people who might be up for it is Pavarti. It's already been sort of shadowed that she might be a good candidate. Now, what is going on here? Oh, I guess this is just all trash. Sure. Look at these little buzzing fly things. Don't mind me while I root through your garbage. Ooh.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least.
Indeed.
Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
I'll take your opportunity. What? Gasp.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
I don't have qualms.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting.
Indeed.
She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is,
Roseway.
It came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
So that's the second person that's asked me to do something at Roseway. Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Oh,
Comm
nice.
centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around.
Right.
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently.
All right. We'll
And
take
if
care of
someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
it. Okay. Let's see.
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess.
All right.
If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer.
Indeed.
Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors.
Bit.
The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
I concur.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake? I like that. Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well, then we ought to have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies. Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates.
Fantastic.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
Let's see what you've got for sale.
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Indeed. Look at all this stuff you can buy. Interesting. Cool. Ooh, see, this one has, like, corrosion. I need to learn more about the weaponry in the game. I haven't done enough investigating. Ooh. Interesting. And these little vending machines are the same deal.
Interrupt a regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Okay, so there are various things now to be done. Let's check our journal. What do we need to do? Let's see, so we can't do this until we, let's see. Let's see. Oh, look, that's a companion quest. We gotta find another way to do that. We gotta find a couple other ways. I think we need a little more. Okay, the distress signal. Here we go. And then the other one is, where is it? This one, Roseway, here. Never picked up the part from Roseway. So we've got a couple of places. Let's see. This is still here. Asks you to update with the status of their shipment. So that's back where we came from. So let's go talk to a person in the medical bay. It's going to be fantastic. Hey buddy, I'm gonna walk past you. Maybe. This is do. Hi.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Yeah, I've heard of such a thing. What's going on?
I'm expecting our delivery fellow to stop through with medical supplies and service auto mechanicals. Name's Captain Irion. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
What do you need mechanicals for?
Surgery mostly. Medical personnel are difficult to come by on Groundbreaker.
I get it.
The board won't let their doctors and nurses station here, and they own all the medical schools.
Jeez.
If we can't hire their people, we can't hire anyone. Everyone on staff here on Groundbreaker was trained by me or Idris. We're good, don't get me wrong. But we've only 2 heads between us, and we don't know everything.
It seems like there would be more deserters. I could try.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla,
Sure.
an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type.
Indeed.
You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
There's so much going on here. So let's see. I'm gonna guess that this restricted access is where our Jessie person is. Let's see if we can find out for sure. Yeah, she's over there. I don't think I have enough. This is all in quarantine. Just gonna borrow that. Alright, here's where we learn how this works. Oh, right, and I can't... I cannot see myself in this game. Okay, take a deep breath. Here we go.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early.
To the last Ratchet rut in time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Ellie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body.
Sure.
Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Sure.
Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Hey.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But
Yeah,
if
I
you
didn't
repeat
think
what
so.
I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you?
No.
See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
What'd you do?
Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station.
Darn it.
He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
Sure. What'd you do?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
Sure. Yet...
Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you.
Indeed.
In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing.
And your line
All
of
right,
work
I'll fess
is?
this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items.
Interesting, I think I have
3
a
weeks
friend.
back, I caught rumor that the blood tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So... what does that have to do?
Udom was my buyer for when I'd acquired the diamond.
Whoa!
He paid half up front to finance the operation.
Uh-oh.
Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?